Hi guys, it says we're live. Okay, but this is the first time I've ever done this on my phone. So that's why I didn't warn anybody just in case it didn't work. so on my phone, trying not to shake things. I won't touch the desk here. So if you guys, I'm going to give everybody a second to get in here and let me know if you can hear me okay and let me know if everything is good. All right. Is it going to let me see the chat? Hold on. I've never done this on my phone before. Let's see. Oh, there you are. I had to turn the chat on. So, hi, Megan. Hold on. Wait, how do I read this? Sorry, guys. Oh, look at me with my finger right like that. All right. So, it sounds good. All right. So, I just got done recording a podcast with someone. I'm going to give you more details on that soon. It was great. We talked about so many things and we talked about how people can get through at this time. So, again, I do apologize for giving no warning about going live, but I honest to God didn't know if this was going to work. Because when it comes to YouTube Live, I never have good luck. Okay, so, but what's happening here? Sorry, while I'm getting ready to talk here, I want to see. Oh, I could put filters on y'all. Look. Is this cute? Is this cute? Okay, you guys are like, will you knock it off and just talk? I will. I swear. This is all very new to me. That's not a good look with this shirt. Okay, now how do I get back? Okay, so there we are. Sorry, I there were buttons. I had to push them. So let's get into this. I've been wanting to do more go lives with you guys anyway, especially during this time, and I want you guys to bear in mind what is happening here. So I've been touching on this a little bit with personal readings and things like that, but it's time that we start to talk about it, in this kind of format. So what's happening right now with everything in the world? Number one, this is joining us all together. We know that, right? So this is probably one of the first, I don't know of anything in history where the entire world was kind of against, what they're calling a common enemy, right? And we're all kind of in this together where it's not country against country necessarily. It's something we're all having to deal with and coming together. So there's that. So we're being taught a really big lesson about connection, and that is connecting with other people. That's connecting with ourselves. But, and I mentioned this in the podcast that will be coming out, but there's a deeper ill that's going on here. And what we're seeing is that a lot of people that have kind of lived a very, very self-centered existence, that is now starting to come up to the surface. And again, make sure when that comes out, again, I'll keep you posted, but when that podcast comes out, we talk about a lot of this stuff. But, we have to make sure that we're changing how we relate to ourselves, how we relate to one another, and we need to start cleansing the ego consciousness. Now, I think a lot of that energy might have been, not to sound like I'm going into a territory that's not mine to go into, but I think it's been planted there. There have been some what we call generically conditioning and things like that, where we're taught that putting yourself out and above other people is a good thing, or it's every man for himself, and completely losing our compassion and our empathy. Earlier today, I was thinking about this one example. This was back when I worked in a corporation, and we had a speaker come. I never say I don't remember how to say his last name. It's Nick, who wrote Life Without Limits. I'm gonna butcher his last name, so I'm not even gonna try. Sorry, Nick. But but I think you guys know who I'm talking about. Anyway, he came to my corporation. He did this beautiful talk. And while he's doing this beautiful talk, my boss, okay, is behind me whispering to the person next to him, and they're laughing. They're rolling their eyes at this guy. And I, just because I worked with him, I was humiliated. So afterwards, Nick invited people to come up and to give him a hug, right? And if you guys have ever heard him speak, or at least at this time, he was very free with I love you. And so that was a big deal. And that's what my boss kept rolling his eyes over. So afterwards, I go up and I meet Nick and I give him a hug and the whole bit. My boss is standing by the door waiting for me because we're going to walk back to the office together. And he just looked at me. He had this strange look on his face and he was like, "Really, you had to get a hug in, huh?" And I remember that moment. And I remember thinking, unfortunately, too many people behave like this. They think like this. They function like this. And we have no connection to true beauty anymore. What Nick was saying was beautiful. It was a gift. It was very inspirational. And yet there are people out there that are functioning from this scared, just this scared place where it's like we're so corroded that we can't even move anymore. And that corrosion is now starting to turn into, you guys hear me say this word all the time, narcissism. It's starting that whole spectrum. But you don't necessarily have to be a narcissist to be somebody who is self-centered. How many of us get super self-centered when we feel threatened? And we start to lean on any, and again, I know this is supposed to be like some trait of certain personality disorders or whatever. I'm not a mental health care practitioner. I'm not a pro in that area. But I think we all have some level of that self-preservation coming up and just saying or doing whatever we can to win an argument because it's hurting too much. I can't possibly bear the feeling of losing in this, right? So I just wanted to get on here and first of all connect with you guys. I want to do that. I'm going to bring the comments. I can't see the comments just like this right now, but I'll get this out and then we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I swear I'll stop touching the desk. Okay, so my camera looks really cool there, but let's turn it that way. Oh, now it's not in here. Here's my little buddy. So this is the camera. It's my Canon 80D that I use. I really, really like it, but it is not. There it is. You see? It's not a 4K camera, but that's just going to have to be. So that is the thing that we are learning to deal with right now. This is going to be a very scary time for those people who do experience narcissism for themselves, or maybe their empathy is completely gone. Let's just call it generically just having a lack of empathy, right? Not all narcissists are completely lacking empathy. I know that, but there's just so many different corners to discuss, right? So we're learning and recapturing our humanity. That's how I want to say it. We're getting our humanity back. We are, got a little post coming through. I got them on my phone here. I should have turned that off, and I didn't think about it. We're learning as we go here. So anyway, just be aware of that. If you are isolated, you're in your home with someone who does have some sort of cluster B personality disorder, this is not the time to try to call them out or to deal with it. All right, whatever they got going on, that could have a very bad reaction. So be careful, okay? Be mindful, educate yourself on what that entails in the psychiatric kind of sense, okay? So there's that. Spiritually speaking, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. If we do not come out of this self-centeredness, and if we don't find a way to connect with one another, if we don't take the cue, of how well the earth has been able to recover so quickly. I mean, she's getting there. She's doing her thing. If we don't learn from that and we think that we're going to go back to the old way, we're going to continue to be sick. So the origin of this thing, do I have my feelings about it? Yeah. Am I going to talk about it? No. Why not? It's not my place. That's not a part of my life's path to talk about that. There are people out there who are talking about that. My path is all about coming in, experiencing humanity, and observing and trying to reflect and to help. Okay, so that's why I'm more people focused. That's why I get so upset when I had a viewer leave a comment on one of my videos and they said, oh, this doesn't exist. This is all made up. Because my whole job is to be watching out for people, that upset me. And I'm like, you believe whatever you want, But don't bring that around here when people are actually experiencing this. We need to kind of make sure that they are taken care of, right? So that, again, you believe whatever you want. I'm not trying to say that you can't. We just want to be careful right now. So I just want to put that little tidbit out there. If I get any more messages, I'll put it out there. But let me experiment. Y'all ready? Thank you guys. 191 people wanted to sit here and watch me bumble through this. Or maybe you didn't want to, you just here by accident. So how the heck do I like read people's comments? Makes I can't lean on my desk. Calm Blue Ocean says makes a lot of sense. Oh, nope. That's not how I'm supposed to do that. And I love you guys too. Thank you. The isolation is getting to some. This is weird. How the heck am I supposed to? I almost want to turn it the other way so I can. I shouldn't push too many buttons. Thank you guys so much. So what are your questions? I'm so sorry. These are scrolling so fast. So if I didn't see your thing, write it again if you don't mind. I'll get better at this eventually. I mean, I'm never going to learn unless I get in here and just risk making a fool out of myself live. What's the spiritual message for this pandemic? So again, it's connection. It is dropping the I want to call it almost like the dirty ego. So the human ego wasn't originally, I don't think. I mean, it was just there for our protection. And what's happened is we've gotten so conditioned to think. Thank you, Donna. This is just hair color that I have not touched up, so that's what it looks like when it fades. But yeah, as far as like the message here is that we've lost our connection with one another, and we don't care about each other as much as we could. Now, one example is, if you notice, people have their distractions removed right now, except politics. So what is the one thing that people will start to attack one another over? Politics. No good. No good at all. For evolutionists, humans stay safe and well. Yes, Jennifer, that's exactly it. This is a part of our evolution. Remember that awakening? Why can't I see? Okay, this is what's happening. Somebody asked about what's the spiritual message for small businesses. Did I read that right? I don't know what that was. It went by so fast. Also, if you are somebody who goes live and you use your phone and you know exactly what the heck I'm doing wrong, leave your comments. I gotta figure this out. So what were you saying? Oh, we're getting so trained to be above one another. It's like every man for himself, all those kinds of things. And that is, that is an illusion. That's what it is. It's cracking open the illusion. So we were saying that this is the true spiritual awakening, and people always thought that it was individual. Nope, not exactly. It's individual to get you going, to add to the collective consciousness so that we can move on. All right, so I'm just reading your comments. Arcturian. Angel, are you Arcturian? This is awkward, but I'm just trying to read these. I work in a store and we have everything now. Good. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Integration. This is going to flare up just because they're claustrophobic. Yeah. Definitely. Well, okay, so here's one. Let's talk about this for a second. When we around here in the U.S., I'm here in the U.S. for everybody around the world, and I do apologize if I get kind of stuck in the U.S. mentality and I'm just like talking about the U.S. perspective. But here where I live, when it looked like we were about to have to, like lockdown, I don't know what to call it. When we thought we were going to have to go into a lockdown situation, people started to go, oh no, I'm so worried about extroverts. And I was a little upset by that. And when I say upset, I mean hurt. Because I'm like, I'm an introvert and nobody checks on me. And sometimes I'm not okay. Sometimes I'm bummed. Sometimes I could use someone to go out and have dinner with, Sometimes I'd like to go have an adventure with somebody or have somebody come along with me. But, and for me, the extroverts always have kind of an advantage. And I'm not trying to create division. Just hang with me here. Okay, everyone's going to get all like, you don't like extroverts. But the thing is that extroverts do tend to get the jobs. Extroverts do tend to get all the help because they're the loudest about it. Maybe they're not, they're more just like in front of people. Whereas if you're kind of quiet, you don't really speak up that much, you don't get as much. And people are like, hey, well, then you gotta, you know, you gotta figure that out. Why do I have to adjust my comfort level and my personality to match a standard out there where we're constantly feeding into people who, you know, they thrive on people seeing them. They thrive on being around others. Not all of us function that way, right? So I know when that came out, I was like, don't just check on the extroverts. You check on everybody because I mentioned this in the podcast too. But I was watching Greg Braden last night on Facebook. Did you guys catch him live? Always love listening to him. I really look up to him. I really do. Not just for the information that he provides and that he is, you know, spiritual and scientific, but he has such a great speaking style. I'm like, I don't think in all the decades I've been listening to him, has he ever like stumbled over his words? I've never heard him do it. I'm sure he has, but but yeah, I was watching him and he said something I think is really important. He said everyone is grieving right now, whether they know it or not. And they're grieving for the way things used to be. Now, they weren't that great, okay? We're cruel to each other. If you look anything other than this standard of beauty, you're nothing. Again, if you're not an extrovert, you don't get the job, or you have to really work hard to get the job. Always trying to prove ourselves, you know, all that kind of stuff. So what's going away? Yeah, he is so inspirational. I do adore him. So whatever's going away, it does need to go away. I mean, that's not that complicated. We knew that, right? I knew all of you knew that too. But the grieving process has stages, and you guys know about this, and he was given the example of it, and I don't remember the last two stages. Because I'll be very open and honest with you guys, I hit the depression phase past few days, and it was bad. It was bad. I mean, it was to the point where I was just like, I just need to be still right now. I'm not, oh my gosh, this is taking its toll on me, and it hit me by surprise. I was just like, I'm cool, I'm not cool, I'm so not cool. Oh my god, why am I panicking? I'm not panicking, I'm just sad. I'm just really sad. And I got down into that space. So okay, you know, I came out of it, but it was interesting to see this because he was saying, you know, that there's, what is it, denial, anger. I can't pull it up. Yes, I can. I got my big old screen. You guys can't see my computer back here. I got my big old Mac with my keyboard. But anyway, there are phases to grief. I'm gonna type in my little. Yeah, this is what we're doing. Okay, did I do it right? Hold on, I'm looking around, y'all, so I can see where I'm putting in my password. Is all right. It's not about the number infected. It's about the spiritual disease that feeds the infection. We do create our reality. So we do create our reality. That is true. Stages of grief. Here, let's look this up. Stages of grief. Oh, here we go. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Oh, cool. Then I'm almost there. Hey. Nice. Oh, wait, there's 7? I thought there were 5. Now I'm confused. Okay, so according to this Google search, shock and denial. You will probably react to learning of the loss with numbed disbelief. Now, I want you guys to share what you went through with this, but I know for me, I was just like, what? Oh, this is it. This is gonna be the thing that breaks us open. What is gonna happen here? So I guess I was kind of numb and kind of like, let's just, you know, and I kept on keeping on. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit about some other weird stuff that I was like, oh my gosh, that was happening. And then it goes pain and guilt. Yes, oh my God, that's so true, because I was very sad and scared for everybody, but I also feel a tremendous amount of guilt because my family, my parents specifically, they're in Ohio, and I just want to be there. And I feel guilty that I didn't maybe go there faster. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't even know if it was going to be safe at that point to go to my family. Okay, so anger and bargaining. Yeah, I had some explosive moments with other people, and it was over politics, which I don't care about politics. I know what's behind politics. It's not impressive to me. That sounded really egotistical. Sorry about it. But yeah, I definitely felt that anger and just, you know what it was? It was anger over very, very, very self-centered people. Again, can I be self-centered? You ought to see me with this shirt even. I saw this and there was like just this color, one more in my size, and I saw another girl about my size, and I was like, I'm gonna snatch this. I'm gonna snatch this. And then I couldn't help. I was like, did you want this one? She goes, no, I don't like that color. I was like, okay. Then we're good. We're good. So, but yeah, the anger was definitely there. And even bargaining, if you want, not that that's a personal grief process, but the bargaining was happening all around us, especially here in the United States. Depression hit that. Loneliness hit that. The upward turn. Is that right now? Is that what we're doing? Is that why I felt we're in this little neon little number right now? Reconstruction, reconstruction and working through. I'm looking forward to that. Acceptance and hope, honey. It is a new day. It is a new day. Now, again, it's not just going to be people who are self-centered, and they're operating from that, but the people who are enablers. Let me give you a couple of examples. When someone, like, let's say, I don't know, let me make this one up. So let's say I'm supposed to have an online chat with somebody, because that's all we can do now, right? We can't go meet somebody. So I'm supposed to have a little wine date with my gal pals, right? And they don't show up. Now, somebody is always trying to play devil's advocate. Might go, well, you don't know. These are troubled times. Did they get sick? Okay, you know what? It's not likely they got sick, because if they got sick, I would have heard about it, okay? But and this is a pretty extreme example, but when we're using a global tragedy to try to play devil's advocate so that we appear fair and balanced, you stinky, okay? We see you. You're sticking out like a sore thumb. Those people are going to have to adjust. We're all going to have to adjust, but that's going to be something else where we realize we're not going to accept that anymore. And really, I don't know, there's like this big foggy cloud, and that sort of infected people's brains, and then people started to react in very selfish, weird ways, and coming from a place of hate and anger and abuse, a lot of abuse, and that abuse going to our children, not happening. We're stopping it right here. We're not accepting it anymore, and I want you to put that out there as well. We're not accepting that anymore. And then they start abusing people around them. Those become their scapegoats. Those become those people's punching bags. And, you know, I think, and I'm just feeling this out right here, I have this absolute hope that everyone has a chance. Because, you know, even as much as I've dealt with a lot of narcissistic abuse, I've dealt with a lot of different kinds of abuse. So sometimes it's kind of like, you know, oh, thank you, Tammy Martin, so much for the $10. Love you too. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I know these are troubled times for everybody. Thank you so much for that. But, you know, for everyone to be healed now, and for those people who were kind of in that fog or in that lull where they were behaving from that space, to be recovered now, and they find the love and the connection, and, you know, to feel like they can reconnect again, and then enablers kind of realize their way and go, this wasn't the best thing to do. We all just kind of figure out what we're doing here, right? I know I have to work on judgment. Judgment has always protected me. I know you're going to be one of those types. I'm not, oh, I got your number, don't you come around here, and that's not fair. That's not fair, but I do that because I have been betrayed. I know it's going to make me sound like a victim, but my experiences have been those of betrayal and loss, and, pushing people away is easier than going through heartbreak kind of thing. So, oh, no worries, love. No worries. So, we're all discovering what we need to work on right now. All right. Did I finish my thought? I'm not sure I did. Keep healing doesn't just go back. How can we assure that the world doesn't just go back to what it was? Well, here's the thing. People may not learn their lesson. I'm going to keep referencing this podcast because I just got done with it. But I was saying, on Facebook, there was somebody who made a post, and it was like, go ahead, steal my photo and repost it here and tell me what you love about my photo. Now, give me some quick comments here. How many of you think there's nothing wrong with that? Everyone's being real lovey-dovey and everything. That's awesome. A lot of people think that there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe wrong is kind of a harsh word. I think it's curious. I think we need to look at it. Okay? First of all, you're saying that your photos are so special that people would want to steal them, right? They're going to steal your photos and then to repost and tell me what you love about my photo. These are people who need to be seen. They need to be validated because they don't see it themselves. And it's almost like they're starving. And we've said, narcissists, just in that one example, there's so many different kinds of narcissism, but I guess what we would think of as a narcissist, they have to feed off of people. And when they're not around people, they're not getting fed. And so, but, people were giving into this person and, posting and saying, this is what I love about your photo. You've seen the posts on Facebook where they say, tell me your favorite memory of me. No, because what if it's bad? I'm just kidding. What if it was funny to you, but not funny to me? I had a friend from back in the day who used to do that to me all the time. She always remembered everything a little twisted. I'm like, I don't think that was me. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, if we don't get out of that, what's happening to my phone? Why is it going a little dark? What's happening? If we don't come out of that, oh dear, now I'm just touching things, poking at things. It didn't improve. I'm scared now. I don't know what's going on. My phone went dark. Anyway, if we don't learn that lesson, we are going to repeat it. I mean that's all there is to it. So where we are right now, and the way people are kind of responding to this, we will see a resurgence of this here in the U.S. What would be the fall? Okay, so around September it would start. There could be natural disasters happening, but because the earth has had, and this might sound a little crazy to some people who find this video, because we've had this chance to give the earth a second. We give her a second to breathe and to heal. Maybe we won't have those natural disasters. We could have man-made disasters, like someone in Los Angeles, flicking a cigarette out. Do people still smoke? Does that happen? Because there are studies out there. Okay. My love to you. I know, it's very hard to break habits. But, it's something like that. But, if we, basic thing here is if we don't learn the lesson, it's going to repeat. You know that. Yes, we smoke. Knock it off! You can't be smoking now. And definitely do not be, you can do whatever you want, but don't be throwing your cigarettes out the window. Okay? Okay. I'm just reading your Uranus and Taurus, natural disasters. Oh, I love my astrology people. I'm just reading your comments. So, as you guys watch this playback, it's a little boring at this point. I do apologize. We're here to practice good virtues. So true. Now, oh, thank you, Sally. Thank you. I smoked before this video. Vanna Marie. Vanna Marie. Okay. I'm totally kidding. I know your life is yours. Some other people are calling things out that I can't really say on here, but oh man. Can we just have a digression here? I don't know why y'all are into that thing that I cannot speak. Okay? I don't find it fun. I don't find it fun at all. I don't have a good reaction to it is what I'm getting at. Even the more relaxing stuff. Okay? Oh man, I just want to lean in and I can't because my desk is all what. Ah. I don't know how to do that thing where you edit this in, so I'll just make it happen while I'm recording. Ah. All right. So what else can we talk about here? What are your concerns? What are you feeling right now? Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. Thanks for always bringing us together. It helps. Thank you so much for your $13.99. I appreciate that. Guys, when you give me anything like this, like super chats or, what's that thing? A Patreon. Sorry, my brain's a little Patreon. That means the world to me. And yes, it helps a lot. And I know not everybody is working right now, so it means the world to me. All right. So sorry, there was a bunch of crown chakra upgrades. Scared for my family. I hear you, love. I hear you. I'm scared for my family too. Personal freedoms after it's over. That's the thing. If we can get through helping our families. Maybe it's virtually. If you are around your family, maybe you're doing grocery shopping for them. If you just show care, it's going to be good. Um, all right. Yeah, Sally says, I feel like natural disasters are next to. Uh, Helps my anxiety. Drove past your apartment on Franklin and Hollywood. This one, Franklin and La Brea. Yeah, Franklin. The haunted place. Yes. Okay. Roberta. Hi from France. Hi, Isabel. How are you doing there in France? I know there's been so much on the news about what everybody in the world is going through. Can I just say, have a moment of gratitude that I was able to uh, have a job where I could literally and easily connect with people from all over the world. So I feel so grateful that you guys give me your time. You care to sit down with me. There's 236 people watching, and for me, thanks. That I know some people are used to like tens of thousands watching them, but like Erica Ventura, 14.99. Love you. Thank you for all for being here with. Wait, what? Thank you. Love you. Thank you for being here with us all. I'm trying to read it really quick before it disappears. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. And I do love you guys. I love you so much. Um, you have positive feeling. It's because Michelle's vibration is high. I'm better than that thing that I cannot say. Okay. Let me tell you though, my vibration was not it a few days ago. And if I missed your question, I'm so sorry to ask you guys to do this, but go ahead and type it again. I'm going to see if I can try to catch it. It's literally just flipping up and poofing off. And then I'm like, the people. Hi from the Philippines. This is Osel Is that how you say your name? Hi, Heart 11. Love you too. My fear, going on. Okay. What can we do to make things better? Prayer, meditation, easy to feel helpless. Yes. So, prayer and meditation are going to help quite a bit. But okay, so hang on to your questions here while I'm answering another. Just hang on, and then when I'm looking for another one, type it so I can grab your question. Okay, um, that will help a lot. But like I said, I was having that depression mode, and I tried to meditate, and it was just ugh. And the only thing that helped me was to take a nap. I had to take a nap, and when I woke up, I was still feeling kind of, and whatever. But remember, you're a physical being. So for me, it was going out there, and I'm not going to give you guys any advice on how to treat that. I'm not qualified to tell you that. But for me personally, my choice was to grab a supplement that usually helps me. It's not the thing that I cannot say. It's not that. And then I just let myself have some time. So don't resist what this opportunity is giving you. Okay. When we resist it, that's when we're going to struggle and it's going to get scary. Flow with it. Don't be afraid about, is my job going to be there when I get back? Even if it's not, you're going to be okay. Right? It's opening up a new way for you. So, just take some time for you. The more you're journaling, the more maybe you take on a different exercise routine. Maybe fix some things around the house if you want to do that. Those kinds of things. So, anything else? Okay, so let's hi. It says Latat, Slovenia. Hi, hi Tina. Jack the cat. What? What's happening? Thank you. I love this color too. I love it a lot. And it was really funny that I was like, no, I don't like that color. I don't want that. Oh, I'm sitting here moving my mouse around like that's doing anything. I'm not on my computer, yo. Oh, talking to myself. Trusting the process. Yes, Erica, that is it right there. Right there. All right. You're a positive vibe. Thank you. This is Assad. Hi, Assad. Hi, Jennifer. You're so welcome. Sorry, Kay Bella, honey, your comment just went. Why does it do that? That's not fair. How am I supposed to do this and that? Oh, be complex, yeah. Thank you, Gail's Flame. Hi, Gail's Flame. All right, what do we have? I must be working and so grateful for it, but I'm asking for the white light and healing love light to protect me. Oh, wait, thank you. Appreciate the comment. The thing is right now is that I've said this before, but the more you resist it, the more you're going to suffer. embrace this time where there's no pressure. As a matter of fact, you're not supposed to be outside. You don't have to go running around. Um, oh, excuse me. Yes, Atlantis Creed Wake says, did you feel something big was about to take place for a long time before this? So hold your questions for a moment until I answer this one. We really are in this together. Yes, we are. Um, that's what I meant to talk about. So when was that? I every fall, what would be fall here in the United States, um, I go out and I start every time I go on a grocery shopping trip, I pick up a little extra something because I am a snow wimp. I hate driving in the snow. I don't care if it's just a little bit of something on the road. I don't like it. I've had 2 car accidents on ice, and the feeling of your car spinning out of control is horrific. And also having the fear that I was going to hit somebody else. You go out there, there are these people who think they're invincible, that, and it's ridiculous. So yeah, I always kind of stock up on things. But this past fall, like this past October or so, I started to feel like I needed, like there was this urgency. It wasn't panic, but there was this urgency. Is that a glare on my nose? Did I get highlighter on my nose? Oh my God, not a good look. Don't touch your face. I think I got highlighter on my nose. Getting rough over here. It's getting all smeared. But anyway, I started to feel like I better get some more frozen fruits and vegetables. Okay. I better stock up on this. I better stock up on that. And I really started making sure that my, even more than I normally do, my kitchen pantry was stocked, my bathroom was stocked with shampoos, conditioners, my numerous face creams that I think are going to do something. Um, but then come January, I hate shopping. I really do. People wouldn't think that about me, but I don't love it. I mean, if I'm in the mood for it, then we're good. But I really should have shut off my messages coming through. I'll learn. But I don't know. In January, I felt like I had to go buy all the gifts for everybody, like with birthdays, even going into May, buying Easter gifts. My family celebrates Easter. All those kinds of things. I also felt this need to get out and now hang with me as I say this, to get out and experience everything I can because it's about to go away. And I made sure I went shopping, like I said. I went to the Garden of the Gods almost every single day. That's where I really started going, even though I was mad at the zoo from December. I was going to the zoo and like really spending time with the animals because I felt like I'm not going to get to see you for a while, if ever again. It wasn't sad though. It wasn't sad. It was like, oh, party's over. Get your last call. That's what it felt like. And I made a very big point to go to restaurants. And normally I would, especially if I'm working a lot, I have a lot of restaurants where I'm out going, get my little takeout and go home. And it's terrible. I don't recommend you do it. But I'm doing my editing and having my food and whatever. And this time I'm like, no, I'm going to sit here interacting with other people, strangers, making sure I stopped and had a full-on conversation with people. There was just this feeling of like, it's change, it's going to be bumpy, but it's going to be good ultimately, and I better, I better embrace this while I can. The other thing was that I was planning on going home here in a couple of weeks for Easter, and now I can't do that. I can't do that. And so there was something there where I was like, I'm not going to be able to see my family for Easter. I wonder what's going to be happening. So yes, I felt like something huge was coming. I felt like that for a long time. And that's why I made that 2020 video. I feel like our whole financial structure is changing right now. I have some really beautiful insider guys who keep me posted. And they are always looking out for me. It's not my duty to express those messages, but we've got some major changes coming. So there's that. If you guys want to ask a question, I'm looking now. now I'm looking at my screen. Thank you. Thank you. Love hearing about your intuition. Oh yeah. Anytime you guys want me to tell you the prophetic things that come up. I mean, it might happen, it might not. But, oh man. Had many thoughts about getting ready for an emergency. Oh, and I want to, okay, talking about prophecy, I'm not kidding about this. This is not to get anybody scared. Gold, heading to gold. Um, Crypto, I'm going to be in there too, I think, but gold. Make sure you have water. This was the other thing. Why am I can't stick to a thought. Sorry, so exciting. It's not, but like, I started to collect, um, Martinelli's, you know, like the big apple juice, little fat little jug that it comes in. It's a glass jug. I started saving those and sanitizing them because I was like, I need to store water in here. I need to store water. I went to a store. Thank you so much, Maria. Is Pucci? Pucci? I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. I'm grateful for you as well. Thank you so much for the 19.99. That means the world to me. It really does. I went to a store and I made sure I got one of those giant like lemonade pitchers. Everything glass, no plastic. And every day, every day I'm making sure that number one, you guys got to be hydrated. We all need to be hydrated. Make sure you're doing that. But I do have a bit of a feeling that we're going to learn something about the water supply, and that's going to be, you know, the next thing. That's going to be, not that it's poison. Bianca. I thought it was Blanca. I can't read it. Thank you so much. It just zooms on by. Thank you so much for the 14.99. And sorry, my eyeballs are the way that they are. They're aging. I don't know. Bianca, thank you so much, darling. So yeah, so I started. That was the other thing. The water supply. We might find. I don't know. Make sure you're storing water. That doesn't mean go panic buying spring water. It just means while the water is clean, you're getting a stock of it, okay? And let's not be putting more plastic out into the world. Also, the message, take it for what you will, to have, open your blinds. Open your blinds. Let the sun come in and disinfect a little bit. I don't know if that's going to kill a virus, but I felt it come up. There you go. Now, if you are stocking up on water in plastic jugs, do not have it near the window where the sun's beating in. Okay, you want to make sure that that's off somewhere and not, you know what I mean, not getting all over, getting the, what am I trying to say? The chemicals from the plastic into the water is what I'm getting at here. So, yeah, I feel like I need to turn on the light, my overhead light. Should I do that? I'm making a note of something to take care of later on. Yes, so Blue House. I've been working from home and can open the door to the outside, so have been doing that, but also on walks and in the car delivering masks to hospitals. Yeah, it's interesting. Our trails are still open, but nobody's practicing social distancing, and I ain't doing it. I'm not gonna put myself in harm's way because people think they're invincible. I don't think it's cute or funny. What tips do I have for extroverts? Remember that you're not special, okay? Just kidding. Just kidding, because I was just having that conversation earlier. Remember the introverts, okay? The introverts would probably like to hear from you. There you go. There's your buddy, right? Those people that you don't invite to the party because you think they're boring. I'm going to go try to turn on the light. Let's see if it does anything. Hold on. Oh, Brenda Durbin, 19.99. Thank you, darling. Sorry, my big face was right up against the camera. That was not cute. Let me try to. Thank you so much. It means the word to me. Hold on, don't go anywhere. I'm just turning on the light. Because it is cloudy. Everything is shifting. Gotta find my chair so I don't fall. There we go. We're back. Oh, I almost fell. Wow. See, going live is not where it's at. Not for me. So many things could have just happened right there. My chair could break and go flying, like the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. I run my ozone generator a few times a day recently. I have those around here too. I've been dizzy. Yes, Megan Marie. I have been feeling that. Yeah. Here's the thing though, because we were talking about mindfulness, and this is what we need to understand right now. We're having to let go of ego in all forms, and that means people who think they got it. If you just live this lifestyle, did that light do anything? Did it? Comment. Let me know. Let me know what's going on here. So, yeah, it's ego of all forms. So, what else can we talk about here, guys? What would make you feel comforted Are any of you feeling like you're really panicking, or you're in a low space, any of those kinds of things? Will next year be better than this year? It depends on your perspective. It depends on who you are. If you're somebody who just expects life to go through so you can just listen, this is how I want to put this. We are no longer living a minimal life. Not going to help, not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So if you're somebody who's like, God, it's so hard to have to keep looking at myself and fixing things, or maybe not needing to be fixed necessarily, but however you see that, then yeah, you're going to be like, oh my God, those are going to be the people out there whining, going, oh my God, it's the worst time ever. And it's not. It's just, it's breaking open. It's making us very aware. My father, my dad, Tom, he is a truck driver, but he's not just a truck driver. He delivers medical supplies. So he went from being like just a truck driver in most people's minds to like, oh, thank God he's here. I can imagine. He also says he has to get his temperature taken everywhere he goes. My mom provides care for children, right? And I bet a lot of people out there who, they never really realized what a great resource she is. My mom, Nancy, making sure the kids have care while they're off making money. And now, I don't know how that's going to go for her. I haven't really touched base with her about that because I don't know how, they're both in their 60s. I don't know how safe that is for her to have kids around. But, it depends is what I'm getting at here. This is going to be a span between now and 2024, 2025. But it's not the world is going to keep changing. But we're the ones that are changing as well. We're stepping up and meeting all the changes, if that makes sense. So will it be settled only if you're lazy? I don't want people to be sick, and I don't want people dying. I don't want that. But all the other stuff that's been coming with this, I'm like, this isn't half bad, Oh, yeah, calm blue ocean. Your husband wish he could just stay home. I know. But he's the country's hero right now. So think about that. All right. I'm just looking at your thingies. I'm blinded by my lights, and then it's still not that bright in here, and I just like this. That's it. And these comments are going by so fast. I am like your mom. I am a youth worker, and I'm grateful that I am still able to work, but it is sad. Sorry, and it disappeared. Why is it doing that? We're changing only because we choose to. The power of choice is awesome. Yeah, if we... I don't remember if I said this here or elsewhere, but what should I do about making my video game? Who cares? I'm kidding, but not kidding. Anyway, what was I even going to say? Oh, shoot, now I lost it. I forgot what I was going to say. That threw me off. Like, what? Your video game? What are we talking about? Did I miss something? Oh, shoot. What was I saying? Did I even start saying it? All right. Feeling anxious. Yeah. Like an underlying anxiety, something is tugging. That is change. That is change. And yes, of course, we're all, very, very nervous about getting sick. I was going to go out because I needed to go to the grocery store for a few things. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make do with what I have because I don't want, and now they're telling you to wipe down your groceries. I mean, that's nuts. I had a couple of packages come today, and they went right by the front door, and I'm not touching them. Could have came in and was like, ugh, went off and scrubbed my hands. All right. One love. What about the fruit? What do you mean about, oh, you mean about cleaning? So I posted a video just as like a regular post, or it's not my video, it was just a regular video that I posted on my YouTube channel, and it was showing what to do with that. But the problem with that video is he only shows you how to wash like oranges and stuff like that. Well, that doesn't help you with like berries. And by the way, apparently coronavirus, oh, I shouldn't have said that, the thing, can live in the freezer for 2 years. Let me make a note of that so I can edit that out if I'm able to edit that out. That means you're like, remember that movie, what was it called, Caveman or something? You're basically doing that with the the Rona. Like the Rona. You could just like reanimate it or whatever. But yeah, so with like the porous fruits, I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. Like strawberries and stuff like that. I have no idea. I have some stock of frozen stuff that I got before any of this hit. So hopefully it's okay. I washed my fruit. Wait, what? Forever Young? What? I'm out of this. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna hold this video so y'all can talk. Not knowing if you have the virus and because it attacks you all of a sudden, very real concern. That's a very real concern. That's occurred to me as well. I started to feel a little something right here, and I was like, nope. When I like doing all these things, I was like, I don't know. You just don't know. There's fruit cleaner. There's that. But I wonder if it's enough to get in, and if like the virus is getting into fruit. I have no idea. All right. Doesn't like the heat. Gargles, salt water. Yeah, that's from, they learned that, well, I don't know when they learned it, but they were doing that with the Spanish flu. 1918 Spanish flu. Not, what? I don't understand some of these. Warm water, lemon water is supposed to help. Yeah. So what else do you guys want to talk about? I'm here for you. I did my makeup today. Got all right. Going to sleep. Oh, it's 4:42 a.m. Good night. Sleep well. I have asthma and just regular life is hard enough. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Been very symptomatic. That was the other thing too. I actually started having stomach issues. George Corey, if you guys remember him, I did like a live stream with him. If you don't know that video, you haven't seen it, go back and look it up. It's on my channel. He's amazing, and he's just such a beautiful light. And I reached out to him. I was just like, "Hey, what's going on? How are things?" You know, we're just kind of going back and forth. And then he sends another, he sends another email, and he's like, "Are you okay, Michelle?" And I was like, "Man, he really is a psychic, man." Because I was like, my stomach hurts. It hurts a lot, and I'm actually having some issues. So, yeah. Wait, who's not married? Me? You're curious about why I'm not married? uh, I'm starting to wonder if I'm not from this planet because I don't get people, and if you were even talking to me, I'm not sure. Um, I just don't. If I could ever find a man who was like super open and super understanding and supportive and loving and didn't cheat on me and wasn't harsh with me, he would be the best loved man on this planet because I got a lot to give. I'm just waiting for that person to come along and like, you know, and back me up on what I'm trying to do here. People are still in the twin flame thing, huh? Yeah, okay. Started to feel anxious this year. Marry yourself. I can't bring myself to do that. Besides, you don't need to marry yourself. You're already there. You're already committed, okay? All right. Oh, you have a hubby who's like that. That's amazing. Or that's how I'm taking it, at least. Is people going after the dark side people? No comment. I don't know that he is. I don't know anything about him. I don't get people either. Like, seriously, I'm like, when people, here's my thing. And here's part of what was so frustrating with all of this. Because I always, somewhere in me, I always wanted to believe that people were good. And there's still people out there like, no, wait a minute, Michelle, you're being a little dark. You're not being fair. You're one of the enablers. I can't with you, okay? Thank you, Librans, for playing. Always trying to be fair, right? But I don't know. Hold on. Sorry, I got distracted here. Wait, what was the... There's so many things happening. They suspect quarantine. They make a baby. Oh, wait, I didn't get to see all that. So they make a baby and then they could pass it on? I totally didn't. I'm losing track of my thoughts, and I'm so sorry because there's a lot happening. This is kind of crazy, huh? Thank you, guys. You said you used to believe that people were good. Thank you for that. Thank you for helping me get back on track. So I used to think that people were good. And then when I saw people literally physically, it's not funny, guys. There's nothing funny about this. Fighting over toilet paper. I'll never let that one go. Y'all are nuts, okay? Y'all are nuts. Well, you wanted to know what this would look like if it happened, and there you go. And it was just so disappointing. And then when I put out the call and I said, hey, some of us need some emotional support. Think about the people who are constantly giving support to others. Think about them. There are people who live a very minimal life. They just do enough to get by, and then something like this happens and they want more support. Well, how about giving it to someone who's always giving support? Think about the psychiatrists out there. Think about, therapists. Think about trauma hotline people. My goodness, spiritual practitioners. Depends. Careful with that though. There are some that are kind of. But yeah, this has been a very, very, very disappointing and heart wrenching kind of experience where it's like, come on, people, be good to each other. Stop being so self-centered. Stop thinking that, you know what, it is going to stop. The way this world is going, it's not going to support them anymore. And that's it. Boom. All right. Describe the world that we're transitioning into in one word. Transformative. And then it leads into freedom. Sorry, that's 2 words, but so there's that. But you have to be willing to go through the transformation, and you have to be willing to recognize that other people mean something too. And here's the thing. We want to start looking at some of the cues that people put out there. So the last place I worked at was Random House. And I feel like my reputation, first of all, there are all these stupid rumors going around about me that absolutely question my morals. It could not have been further from the truth. There's a part of me that's just like, you evil, evil people putting that stuff out there. There was a lot of that. But, when I was around all those people, they would always tell me, like, I would hear people say, oh, you complain too much. You do this, you do that. And yeah, I was in a very toxic situation around, quite frankly, toxic people who I felt were constantly judging me. And so I got to this weird place where I felt like I needed their validation. Like, before I would make a move, I would go talk to my coworkers. Now looking back, I'm like, that was the dumbest thing. Those people don't know anything. Why was I talking to them? My God. Much love to all the people who were the good people. There were a few of you. But yeah, looking back, they would have that opinion of me. So that wasn't exactly fair. It was sort of a circumstantial thing where I was kind of given into a pattern, and I needed help. And what I mean by help is, like, I was feeling very alone. I didn't realize that I was in kind of an abusive environment. I didn't recognize it. And so I still, I don't know, it just kind of triggered something, and I was on this loop of, like, am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? And that had to be pretty annoying to anybody of any walk of life, but it had to be exceptionally annoying for that type of person who they are very egocentric, because it wasn't about them. So what I'm saying here is that we want to learn to discern. So we'll have people who, did I ever tell you guys about the time I went to, I guess I can say this now. I went to Adoring Virtue card reading class, like back in 2013. Did I ever tell you guys this story? This illustrates what I'm kind of talking about here, in discerning who really needs help and who is really okay. The only reason why, when I came into my business, I didn't know who Adoring Virtue was. Had no idea. I didn't know why everybody was freaking out over her. And so I kind of felt pressured because people were literally saying, if you don't do it this way, or if you're not certified by Adoring Virtue, you are nothing. And if my business was going to survive, that was the pool that I jumped into. Okay. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? She's coming to New York City. If it means that much to y'all, I'll sign up. So I go to this class. Oh my God. And what was it? The Penn Hotel. Is there a Penn Hotel over by 34th Street or something? Anyway, it was dirty, filthy, creepy, haunted. It was a bad, the venue was just bad. And so I show up for this class, and everybody was so segregated. It was like, we're incarnated mermaids, so we're going to sit in this corner. We're incarnated elves, so we're going to sit in this corner. And there was a few of us sitting in the middle, just like, what is this? But everybody, it was a story for another time. But anyway, the class started, and there was a woman down front. I feel like I've told this story. Stop me if I did. There was a woman down front who, because Doreen would always be like, okay, who really needs a card reading? I only want to give a card reading to someone who really needs it. Well, who's going to respond to that? The people who think their story is the most interesting one out there and who are super needy. Okay? I would argue that I was, especially at that time, I was going through probably deeper, silent shadow. I was in a bad place, but she didn't pick on those people. She didn't pick those people to get a reading. She picked the needy woman who was right down front. Now, hang with me because it's going to make me sound like a bad person for just like a second. But we're going to come out of this. So, 444, Tina Keel, thank you so much. Thank you. No worries, honey. I love the 444. Thank you. Anyway, so she's going to give this woman a reading, and the woman stands up, and she's already crying. She's sobbing. She can barely get her question out. She's like, she tells everybody, they give you a microphone, and she says that she lost her husband. Oh my God. She's bawling. She's just like, oh. And Doreen was like, oh, she's very compassionate and like, helping her through that. And she gives the woman a card reading, and we think we're done. Okay, now, as an aside, just an aside thing, I never think that personal readings in a group setting, unless this is what you're doing, you're like, well, I guess that's what we were doing. We're training each other, or she was training us, not training each other. She was training us how to do these card readings, which I do in my own way anyway, just so you know. I have another story for you if you're interested. Thumbs up if you're interested in the next story that might be about how somebody else thought that they certified me. Anyway, so she's giving this woman a card reading. We think we're done. She's about to sit down. The person's literally coming over to get the microphone for her, and she jerks it back, and she goes, no, I'm not done. I've just had a really hard time, and so it begins, right? I've just had, she's going on and on and on, and then she's like, and then this happened, and she starts going into these things that happen to everybody, and then she's like, and then my bird died, and not that pets are not important, but she was literally, it was like she was just doing anything she could to keep pulling on people's energy. And even Doreen was standing there like, oh, okay. Like, she's trying to help her through this, but we're in a moment right now. Like, there's no getting out of this, right? I'm still sitting here like I got a real microphone in my hand. So then this woman was up there for a good long time, to the point where people were dropping their pens and just being like, oh my God, she's never going to sit down. She just wants everyone's attention. She wants, we feel bad for her because of her husband. And then I can't, because Radley Valentine was there too. I can't remember if it was Radley or if it was Doreen, but one of them asked, or someone asked, like, how long ago did you lose your husband? It was probably Radley. He's in tune, that one. And he's like, when did you lose your husband? And she's like, 25 years ago. And she starts crying again. Now, there's no expiration date on grief, but my point is this. When we say who needs it the most, don't be asking that question. Because guess who's going to get the attention? The one clamoring, who's always clamoring for it. Okay, maybe she had no one to turn to. Here we go again. Jane, thank you so much for this. I want to use this as an example. This is playing devil's advocate. And this is that kind of thing that will have no place where we're going. My point is pretty clear, I think, that we need to be very discerning about who we're giving attention to. This woman was an energy vampire. I'm letting you know. I was there. Okay, I was there. I'm kind of a quick study on this stuff, right? And, we can sit here and try to make up stories about people we've never met in a situation that you did not witness, just to seem like you are being fair. I was talking about that. So we need to stop that. Jane, I'm a soft touch. I know, babe. And I'm not trying to come for you whatsoever, but I love that you said that, because people out there will do that, though. And they're just trying to always, but again, you are so precious and beautiful for bringing that up, because we need to learn that right now. And I find myself doing that too, where I'm like, well, maybe it's this. No, no place for that where we're going. And then we'll probably overcorrect, and then we jump to conclusions. We'll work it out. Okay. I mean, Radley has some great meditations on his website. You know what? I have not looked up his stuff in a long time. Yes. Okay. So is this Yaya Centella? yeah, so the ibuprofen thing. My sister just texted me about this. We're not supposed to take ibuprofen. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what the what is around that, but yeah, and that stinks because I have 2 bottles of Motrin, and that's what I use as pain reliever. Because I've fallen numerous times and I keep trying to work out and I keep hurting myself. Okay. But yeah, you're not supposed to use ibuprofen. So just be aware of that, guys. And I actually just tried to, I was able to order some acetaminophen. I guess that's okay. But everything was out of stock because people, I guess, heard it. I don't know why. I don't know. It makes it worse, I guess. I've always been allergic to ibuprofen. Yeah, so yeah, the why that you want to direct towards a pro, towards your doctor. And I bet they don't even have an answer for that either. You know what I mean? So my hair, see, this is what happens. I even did a blowout on my hair, and this is what happens after a little bit of time. It just, she's like, I'm curly, and this is what's happening. Because your immune system reacts to the, I lost it. So maybe you need the inflammation. Is that the deal? Tylenol kills my empathy. What? I love it. Okay, no good recipe. What? This is not going to be a good look for me because I'm like facing the camera trying to read these. Spreads the virus from what I understand. Yeah, allergic to ibuprofen. Don't trust web info. Hair is natural like you. Beautiful. Thank you, Sally. Yeah. Government of France issued the warning. Oh! Oh man, I was just like, this is a terrible look for me, and then I just kept my face there. Yikes. Young who died were also found to have taken NSAIDs. What? Wow, thank you. Thank you, Atlantis Creek Awake. Oh my god, that is terrible. That is... Yeah, there are definite... The people who are passing away from this, man, they are really sacrificing everything to show us, you know, where we need to be heading. I was curious if they had all taken the flu shots. I don't know. Because it's a lung disease. It's hard to tell the difference between what the heart tells you to do than what the mind. Yeah. I'm just reading your stuff here. Man, there's a lot of stuff coming through. 325 people are in here. We've been here for over an hour, too. Are we cool? I figure I got my makeup on. Let's do these. Let's do something. And I'm assuming, because I do have a mic hooked up to my little phone here, so everyone says that they can hear me. So, right? Right? Yeah, the flu shot as we got is because this is new. I would imagine that wouldn't do much. All it's going to do is not make it so you get other kinds of flu, so that you're not sick and then I don't know if that's even possible if you're sick to get. I don't know anything about viruses. Is aspirin an NSAID? Anybody? I think it is, but don't quote me. I don't know. Well, thank you guys, Sally. It's all y'all who sit here and like hang with me. I appreciate you guys doing that. You know what is kind of like a weird thing? And this is teaching me about my eating habits because like on a night like tonight, I don't eat out a lot, but you know, when I'm in a mode, I don't feel like cooking, whatever, I would go on out. And now I'm kind of a little afraid to. So I have to cook. I have to cook something. I have to figure out what I'm doing tonight. All right. Aspirin is the original NSAID, says Cherie Robson. You know, I was saying like the lights are blinding me. They're literally blinding me, so I can't see. No anti-inflammatory meds because it will suppress your immune response to the viral infection. And acetaminophen doesn't do that? Whoa. Oh, aspirin and... Well, now we're confused. Okay, aspirin and ibuprofen make the virus worse? Tell me more. Cook a salad. Now, wait a minute. I've got some romaine lettuce. And I've got some tofu because there was no meat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still a meat eater. Not huge, but... Um, some tofu on a salad. Yes. Great idea. That's what I'm going to do. And now I don't have to cook. Makes sense. They are all blood thinners. Hi there, Nina. Yes. Okay. I don't want to keep passing along bad information. So, we're here together, y'all. What do you want to talk about? Tell me. Drink hot liquids. I've been, you know what? Okay, so this is, um, with all the subscription boxes that I get, a lot of them come with tea. They come with, like in the past, they've come with hand sanitizer. They wouldn't now because you can't get it anywhere. Thank you, Ashley. I got a new tool that's like one of those blowout brush things. But look, my hair still still does like the Florence Henderson flip back here. Not mad at it, but it's just it doesn't match what's happening in the front. So it is. How do you get started on YouTube, and what made you pick this route? That's kind of a weird story because I would have never come up on this with this on my own. I kind of just started, I started having an awakening. I started flowing in this direction. I started getting messages. I know it sounds weird, but I was getting messages to start going in this direction. Can I be very blunt with you guys? You guys know, I'm very blunt. I did not want to do readings for people because I did not want to be sitting. Is that a hair sticking out the side of my head, or is that my blinds back there? I can't see anything. Because I didn't want to take abuse off of people. And I knew that giving readings, they would hold me accountable for everything that happens in their life. If I pick up on something and, and I give it to them and they don't like what they hear, it could put me in a precarious situation. I even had a woman, I think she was in Germany, and she was like, her question was, tell me how I can make the most money. And I gave her a very deep, profound reading, and she came back and started threatening me and harassing me. And basically said she was going to sue me if I didn't refund her money. And I was under no obligation to refund her money, nothing of the sort. But this is just kind of like the evil kind of people that would come in the beginning. And of course, you have these other kind of weirdos out there like, well, you attracted it. Like, watch the darkness. Watch the darkness, okay? You're going to see a lot of fake YouTubers fall apart, by the way. So how I got into YouTube, I just kind of got inspired, and I was like, well, let's try YouTube. And that might be a good way. I didn't think I was going to make money on it. I didn't know how that even happened. Didn't know how to run a camera. You guys look at my first video. I was just recording it on my laptop, and I thought, this is terrific because then I can lower the laptop so you can see the card spread. What was really embarrassing was that I didn't realize that in the process, as I lower it, it's like literally going right down. And then it's just like my stomach sitting there behind the card reading. It was really weird. Lighting was weird. I just had like a little desk lamp at one side of my face, just one, like right here. It was bizarre. But yeah, I just felt kind of pulled to YouTube. I felt like that was the next thing I had to do. And, the rest is history. To this day, I'm still stunned that I learned how to use a camera. That my home is filled with, like, I was never, can you guys see my little lamp? I was never like the tech, wrecking the place. I was never a tech person. I was never that person who could handle any of that stuff. And here we are. And, I just went and, this is actually a good message for don't underestimate yourself. And go in the direction that feels right for you. And it may not make intellectual sense because this business did not make intellectual sense to me whatsoever. But I flowed with it anyway, and I trusted where I was going. But I just went in to Apple because I'm already on that platform. I cannot be switching around. And I went in and I had the specs that I wanted on the machine. I knew exactly what kind of machine I wanted. And of course, I asked the guy, I'm like, do you have, any other suggestions? And, we looked at 2 different machines that were going to fulfill my needs. And then I did it. I came home, I set it up. If you had told me, 10 years ago, Michelle, you're going to be able to, like, do all that, I'd be like, no, I can work Word and type. That's all I do. Now, that's not important. It's very important. But that's about the extent of what I could do back then. And here I am. If I wanted to, actually, people were so afraid before the economic relief was coming through here in the U.S. People were terrified that they couldn't make money. And I immediately stepped up and I was like, hey, you could do this, this, and this online, and that would get you a quick check, and you can get by until something else comes up. But yeah, like that would have never been me. So always just kind of follow. It can be very weird. Hi there, Rose. Handy Nanny. You're so welcome. All right. All will be seen. Boom. There it is, baby. Sorry, I should have said that before. Everything is happening, okay? It's happening. Uh, they all fall down, okay? They're gonna fall down. We're gonna get ourselves back. It's like the puppeteers. You get a right hook, and then we're gonna fall for a second and not remember how to use our own muscles, and then we're gonna regain ourselves and get back up. So that uncomfortable moment is gonna be that moment where you just kind of fall. So just be aware of that. And that also means that a lot of your companies might be affected. But if you're in like, don't say that, I just want to go back to my life. Let that go, okay? Because you're not there. None of that's there anymore. Right? We've learned too much. Why would we go back? Why would we go back? Trust me, by the time this is all done, you won't want to go back to the old way. Because things will be different. All right. You make it sound like making money online is easy. That's so false. That's so false for you. And me sometimes, but yeah, but days are done with that. You're trying to like poke a little bit. I got you, babe. Right here. Right here. Who else? What else we got going on? And have subconsciously prepared for this. Yep. That's right. Wild lettuce tea, good for pain. There's a lettuce tea to avoid telepathic distortions. This is also wild. It is. Working for the man every night and day. Ain't it the truth? Oh, man. I still work for the man. Isn't YouTube owned by Google? Last I heard. Last $10.99 I got. All right. So, well, their avatar is a hellhound. So, of course, they're attacking you. Yeah, watch it. This is the most fascinating part. And this is another reason why this is so great that we have this capability. You could do a study on darkness and evil and all of that just by watching what people do in comments. There's your case study, okay? Now, what you do with that is up to you. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to start seeing those people freak out. So it's actually a really great thing to bring up because you're going to see them wanting to tear you down. We've always seen that. But what has society always told us to do? Oh my God, don't engage. Oh my God, be a bigger person. Oh my God. So we're even and have even been brainwashed to tell people to take it. I've gotten beaten up in my career because I wouldn't take it off for anybody. Because when I saw dark, I went dark. Like dark. Okay. Oh man, I just got a weather alert that there's a spring storm coming. Dang it! Well, we ain't got nowhere to go. We're just doing this, right? Anyway, sorry, I'm seeing all these comments coming through. But yeah, oh my God, take the high road. There you go. Watch the conditioning. You are all crumbling. You're going to crumble. Your time is done. We are not going to be conditioned to think that we have to take it. So those are evil comments. Those are people like, oh my God, don't engage. Oh my God, rise above. No. Turn the other cheek. No. This ain't your time. And you're going to learn. You're going to have a hard lesson coming for you that you would not support the people who were trying to stop people from harming others, that you wouldn't back them up, that you actually just diminished how they feel and what they're out there doing. You feel what I'm saying here? We're not doing this, okay? We're not doing this thing anymore where we're trying to appear like big people. You're not big people, okay? By saying, get over it, let it go, don't engage, all this nonsense. Listen, I'm not telling you to go around and pick fights with people. In some cases, you do need to just kind of like, or Yeah, yes, they become part of the problem. If I understand what you're saying there, yeah, that's exactly it. Do you know how many times I've been in a really, really, really toxic, bad situation and someone tries to publicly abuse me, which is what narcissists do. They try to embarrass you and humiliate you. And I'm like, okay, enough. Stop. And then they make themselves the victim. Or you have some person coming up, they think they're a big person. You're exposed. You're exposed. Yeah, I mean, you need to stand up for yourself more. You have these other people who start dogpiling on you, okay, and saying, you just need to be better. You just need to be as strong as me. The only reason why they're saying that is because it's not at them. That's the only reason why they're saying that. Start clocking it, guys. Start clocking it and do not allow. Those are the enablers. No. True measure of a man, not their status. Oh, whoops. I feel like we're in the middle of a conversation. So, yes, guys, get out there, find your voices. It doesn't mean we have to fight, but we are no longer slaves to evil, and we are no longer slaves to darkness. I actually know somebody who is actually, how do I say this? I don't want to put too many words in here. He's in the dark side. He's on the dark side. And yet when I met him and his girlfriend, I felt a little off about the two of them at first before they told me why they were off. But there was goodness in them. There was still goodness in them. And yes, we are not doormats. Absolutely. God keeps receipts. Right? But anyway, I sensed the good in them. And I felt like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to be connecting with the good. And then they became very abusive, horribly abusive, to the point where I didn't feel safe. And I was like, I did what I could, you know? Now, what will most people do? Oh my God, they have a right to believe any way they want. Watch how people twist an argument. Y'all, I'm here for you. I just stepped into my full power. This is the time. As soon as I got the go ahead, to go ahead and go out there and start, doing what I came here to do. I can do so unapologetically. And if people don't like it, you're busted. You're exposed. And do not think for a second I will not call you out. It's happening. Yay! Let's go. I feel like I'm going to do a herky. I don't even know what that is. Is that something that cheerleaders do? I need some pom-poms. Yeah. Yes. Get on board, y'all. Get on board and start supporting people who are doing the tough stuff. You guys, we were talking about when I first got on YouTube, and there were some really bad things that happened. There was another YouTuber, he's an astrologer, very narcissistic, if not sociopathic, who was putting down handicapped people. He made comments about that and putting down women. He put down women all the time. He was always kind of like making these little slide just under the radar kind of comments. And I saw one of my viewers, okay, she had left a comment. When this person was very offensive in his video, I just left. And something told me to come back. And I saw everybody beating up on this woman who said, why do you talk about women like that? It's really not nice. And he's in there, like, I don't think there was the heart thing, but he was like, replying and putting his little smiley face and all that stuff because he just wanted his minions to back him up. Well, I came in and I said, okay, hey, I don't think I addressed him at that point. I think I was talking to her because I just saw somebody who was standing up for herself and people got on her. And I was like, no, I agree with you, actually. I feel the same way. Some other people recognized me. I didn't ask them to. And started commenting, hey, Michelle, love your work. How well do you think that's going to go for someone like that? How well busted. You're busted. You're exposing yourself. We couldn't see it back then. So thank you. Thank you, Susan. So I ended up getting psychically attacked by his people. Up until that point, I didn't know. I heard people say they had done this. Literally happened. I had some images of busted. Yes, busted. But I I'm going to come out with it now because it's time to do this. I was sitting there and he was encouraging his people to be really abusive. And there were two of these little minions that wrote these. I bet if I printed out these comments, they'd be 5 pages long, just going on this tirade and just being stupid, just being really stupid. And he's like, thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. So as does happen when you're dealing with somebody, you know, who's acting like that, who has that dark energy in them. Um, I got on Facebook and he actually messaged me and said, listen, I'm sorry this is turning out how it is, but you were wrong. I'm going to be your teacher, y'all. You want me to be your teacher? I'll be your teacher. This is what you do with this, okay? Well, actually, I didn't do it right back then, but talking about it now is, you know, it's important for us to look at this. And I was so exhausted, and like someone just, you know, someone just pointed out, I'm tired of the fighting. And I didn't mean to cause anything. It wasn't like that. He accused me of using his channel. I love how people think that they're like the end all freaking be all. Like, if I'm going to use someone's channel, shouldn't I go to a really prominent YouTuber and do my thing? Like, whatever, dude. So he accused me of using his channel to make my channel popular, and I was just so tired at that point. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry, I didn't expect this to go this way, whatever. This is so pathetic. This person went on to go on a smear campaign, which is what narcissists do. Okay, that's what they do. They'll go on a smear campaign. He was trying to, you guys are going to love the outcome of this. He was trying to really tear me down, and I got to get back to the psychic attack thing too. What ended up happening was the more he talked badly about me, the more people were coming over and watching my stuff and subscribing. So backfired on you. Little thing called karma. How about it, Henny? So there's that. But the whole psychic attack thing, I was sitting there, just sitting on my couch. My tummy's grumbling because I'm hungry. Just ignore that if you can hear it. But I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I just went, it felt like I was asleep for 2 minutes. I was out for 2 hours. I'm not kidding. Like, I was awake and then just like out. My stomach's mad at me right now. She mad. And during that time, I actually had a very, you guys, some of you out there, you know the difference between like a dream and other things. And I actually saw him with his hands around my throat, and he was strangling me in this vision. And when I woke up, it was like, you know, trying to like grab myself, and I felt like stuff was around me. I've never had, oh, my mic is come bumping my, is it okay now? My mic was rattling. Sorry. Because I'm bumping my desk. I'll stop. I'm talking with my hands, getting all animated. It was the scariest thing. I did not know that that's what a psychic attack was. I don't even know if it was coming from him necessarily, but he has like, you know, he has like a lot of dark people clearly who follow him. And then there was somebody else who commented and said, well, you're not right. Yeah, you know, I see what they're saying, but that one woman, she's just super combative. That was the other thing I always came up against. If you just came out and just said the truth and just was really level. Oh, is it really? Maybe okay, hold on, guys. Sorry. Let me just see if I can't make this better. Okay, that was probably awful with my hand all over the mic. Anyway, let me know if that's any better. I don't know. But super toxic. And so whenever I saw, there was some other astrologers, when they would mention that person in their videos, it's a bit better now. I bet it kind of came loose a little bit. I had to get away from them. I even people that I liked and respected, I was like, no, like if you can't see what's going on there, no thank you. I also had another person who is still gaining a lot of popularity on YouTube who, because narcissists don't like any real confrontation with the truth. Exactly. That's exactly it. It's not their time anymore, guys. Throw a party when it's safe to be around one another and celebrate. It's the fall of the narcissist. But as I said before, if there's any bit of good in anybody who is narcissistic, hopefully they can get better. But we have to be careful because sometimes they pretend like they're better and it's just to lure you in. They get at you again. But anyway, I had somebody come to me and was basically trying to latch on to somebody else, trying to latch on to me. And she said that she could take me under her wing. She's going to teach me everything. She had 334 subscribers on her channel. I had 25,000. And I felt like she needed somebody. So I was like, okay, I'm going to hang out here. But then when I realized she's using me, oh my God. And it kind of, see, my subscribers, I've come by them honestly. I've never purchased subscribers. So that nearly 100,000 subscribers, that's hard earned. That is making content for you guys, being there for you, hanging tight. That's what that is. This person probably bought their subscribers, honestly, because and it's just so weird that people aren't seeing it, but they will. There was another example of somebody that I did collabs with, and I didn't want to. At first, they came, because this is a classic narcissistic thing, as I understand it as well, where, you can purchase subscribers. At least last I heard. How weird is that? Is that weird? As a matter of fact, when you hit 100,000, YouTube will go back and make sure that you didn't do that, and then they'll maybe consider you for a play button. But yeah, I think it weirdest thing ever. I'm like, why would you ever want it to be like that? I don't know. But anyway, so there was this person that I collabed with. At first, the classic narcissistic thing is that, as I understand it, is that they present themselves as like, oh, you're so loving, so good, so whatever. This person went dark fast. And she first was like, oh, you don't have a PowerPoint presentation? No, because I didn't know I was still working in corporate America. Why would it? What? What? And if you wanted that, you should have told me. So I dropped everything. Hi there, Tammy Bartman. Hi. When I went back, I had to drop everything to put together this PowerPoint presentation. Then she says to me, submit it to me so I can review it. Like she's my teacher, okay? Like she's going to grade me or something. It was so condescending. So I went in and I sent it to her. And she comes back and then makes fun of me for putting together a PowerPoint presentation. So we do the collab against my will. I didn't want to do this. And then I was like, hi there, Fox GP86. Hey there. I was so done after that second time. Remember, she took it off live and she goes, okay, so I've been thinking, we are going to do a weekly show. And we're going to, and this is what I'm going to need from you. And you're going to do X, Y, and Z. First of all, this person charged like $700 for one. Oh, that was the other thing too. She suckered me into paying her for a reading. I mean, it was my own fault. I got a bargain at $156. It was not a good reading. She took me for my money. And when I said, originally it was supposed to be exchanging. And she basically was like, invisible wing. No, she didn't. She never did. So it was supposed to be an exchange of readings, which is a professional courtesy. If you do readings and you want a reading, you can exchange. So we were supposed to do that. And then she's like, I don't need a reading from you. But I'll do you a favor and I'll only charge you $150. I think it was $156 or something like that. I normally charge $752. For what? Okay, for what? It was one of the worst readings it was such a waste of time. I was just like, I just want my money back and I want my life back. like, oh my God. But anyway, she was demanding and saying that we were going to do this weekly show. And I'm like, no. And she literally said to me, when you say no to me, you're saying no to spirit. Because she got a message from spirit, supposedly, that she was supposed to do a show with me. And therefore, I just had to do it. Like, that is... Yeah, welcome to the good land of YouTube. I mean, so what I'm getting at here by giving these examples, first of all, what are we doing? We're just hanging out. But I guess it's a little story time here. But be careful of those people that you follow. You know what I mean? They're out there, and I don't know. There's another one, someone I also collabed with twice, who after the second time, and most of you didn't really enjoy that collaboration. And quite frankly, that collaboration helped that person. It didn't help me out at all. But a lot of you did not like this person. You felt like she was really not very good to me. And like she kept being very disrespectful while I was talking. And I agree. But after that second time, she literally sat there. So she stops recording. And then she looks at me. She goes, well, that was a good chat. I'm so glad I chose to bring you back this year. And I was like, oh, well, thank you for having me back. And she's like, yeah, I didn't want to have you back, but it seemed like people were kind of into it. So I was like, whatever, bring her back. You know, it's one thing to have those thoughts. It's another thing to let it come out of your brain and through your mouth. Okay? Why would you say that? Oh my God. You guys will be able to figure it out. But it's somebody out there who every time I see that person's deck sitting there, I'm just like, if you guys only knew what happened behind the scenes. It's disclosure time, y'all. It's disclosure time. Do you want one more? Or are you in overload? Let me know. Let me know. As an author, typically, what? You speak while you're raising money? What? I didn't catch that. I didn't. Truth bombs. Okay, so one more. There was somebody who I found their deck and I was very excited about it, putting it out there and giving lots of free advertising for it. Okay, so it's probably not who you think. It's not who you think. And then I started to develop this friendship with this person. God, getting notices that the Air Force Academy's people at the Air Force Academy have the thing that cannot be said. Anyway, so this person developed a course and wanted me to take it and give my feedback. And I was like, yeah, sure, because we were developing a friendship at that point. I'm honored that you thought of me. Great, you know, let's do it. So I go through I didn't know it was going to take 3 or 4 months to get through this thing. If I had known that, I would not have agreed to it. I would have been like, nah, I can't. I was so drained going through this. Finally got it done. I bring my feedback, and then this person goes, oh, great, I can't wait to be able to say that I'm the one who certified angel souls. And it was just, if you guys are in the spiritual community, you know that's kind of a big deal for someone to be able to say, it means I taught you everything you know. And I realized, oh my God, I walked right into this one. I walked right into this one. And she didn't see anything wrong with it. I mean, it's bad enough. I mean, no offense against any Doreen Virtue supporters, but I kind of don't like saying that I took the Doreen Virtue class because I don't want people thinking that, you know, I came about this because I was having it come through me in my way. So, you know, I took a class because it was important to my viewers and that's where everybody was at the time. A lot of those viewers are no longer here, including that one that I defended. I almost knocked my camera over. Oh no. That one that I defended from the dude. She's not even a viewer anymore. She actually got out there and said, okay, Michelle, I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of this. She was one of the ones that dogpiled on me. So I'm pretty fed up. Okay. It's just everything I'm saying. And I'm actually very excited for, no, it wasn't Doreen Virtue who did that to me. Doreen Virtue didn't give two craps about who I was. Although the Doreen Virtue, that class, I can kind of go back. No, it wasn't Doreen Virtue who said, oh, I can't wait to say that she would not care. She would not care. But when I was at that class, I did a book signing and it was so weird. I had, oh God, it's too much to get into, but there were these like really weird ladies standing behind me and they kept pushing me out of the way and being really rude. And the women in front of me were really rude. I got to the front of the line. And when I walked up, Doreen Virtue went, like she was being really cheery with everybody else and hugging. And when I walked up, she just, it was so off-putting. I was like, oh, what? What do you see? And I walked up and she was actually a little cold with me and kept kind of going, yes, dear, yes, dear. And I asked if she was going to come out with an Archangel Gabriel deck. And she's like, I do them when I'm guided to do them. Now, Radley was sitting right next to her. And he just looks like he's like a scolded kid just looking up at me like, I don't think he understood what was going on. I think it was her husband, who's Michael. Is that Michael behind her? Like you guys would know who was behind her. Is Michael her husband? When I first walked up, he was all smiles. And then when he saw how she was responding to, I wonder if to this day, I kind of wonder if she thought I was someone else. Because she kind of looked like she knew me, but we'd never met. And my YouTube channel had only been up. I started it in September, and this was in October. So there's nobody knew who I was, right? So, you know, nothing of the sort. And anyway, she was very cold. She was very snippy about that Archangel Gabriel deck. And then I want to say, didn't that deck come out in 2015? So it usually, 2014, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 20 I'm not saying that she got the idea from me. Okay. I don't know if maybe she was working on it and I accidentally said it out loud and she was like, I do it when I meant to shut up, kind of thing. But anyway, she was kind of cold. I'm gonna be very honest with you. With me, not with other people. The people who were kind of oozing and fake and like fluffy, and she was like all about it. But when I walked up, I don't think I had like a look on my face. My face is my face. I don't know. But she signed my book and my deck and just slid it over to Radley for him to sign the deck as well. And he just kind of quietly did it and then just kind of put it away and just kind of did that. Like, sorry. And I was so upset after that because, again, I didn't even want to take the class. I didn't see why this was important. Can't I just do it the way I do? Can't I just relate to the angels the way that I do and share that with you? Why do I have to be her? I was so upset that I walked out of there and I almost left without my little piece of paper. And the woman that was in the booth, she was like, no, wait a second, don't forget your little certificate. And I just kind of came over and she just kind of looked at me. She goes, everything okay? And I'm like, I just went through the book signing. She hands me my certificate and she goes, I see. I'm sorry. But hey, you got the class done. And I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that. And I left. And then the next day was the I Can Do It Summit. And that's a story for another time. But yeah. But the days of that are done. I am not going to be suckered into, yep, she got it. What? I missed the conversation. I'm back though. Anybody want to talk? Hey. So a little positivity in a crappy situation. Yeah, with the lady, she was the saving grace, the lady who gave me my certificate. Her and the lady who was trying to keep all the people kind of in, what was that? I didn't catch that. My negativity is what attracts these people to me. Is that what somebody just said? Don't give them any thought or attention. They don't deserve the time or energy. See, this is what I'm talking about. People are just claiming that this is all my fault. Yeah, this is all my fault. Do you see how toxic that is? Yeah, thank you, Delabelle. You seem very genuine. Sorry to say, but your spiritual wisdom is sounding very gossipy. I feel your anxiety just watching. Please breathe. You're one of the toxic ones. We see you. You just exposed yourself. You stick out like a sore thumb. So you may go. Darkness is not welcome here. Do you follow the Bible? I know the Bible, but I don't. I mean, how do you follow the Bible? How do you follow that? Explain it. Authentic you is what attracts people to you. We love you. Some people are so rude. I love watching you. But guys, okay, so here's what I want to say to a lot of my audience. Don't be afraid when people are acting like that. It's not hurting my feelings. It's not hurting my feelings at all. I think that this is an important time. Yeah, to be outed. I've started a list of imposters. Thank you for sharing. It's just a guide. The Bible, I mean. Yeah, it's a guide. Yeah. Just like any, religious text and whatever. Religious text and whatever. I didn't mean like that. All right. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm like trying to catch all these things. Spiritual abuse is real. You're getting me so many things. So many things. Your light exposes the dark. That is really what's happening right now. And the people who have gotten away with so much, either they'll rehabilitate and open their hearts and start to make amends. That might be something that happens. I have my hair like this. They start to make amends. Or we're just not going to tolerate it anymore. And what's more, when you are watching, like YouTube is a great example. When you are watching YouTubers who act like nothing gets to them and blah, 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 that's just as bad. Okay? That is not pure. We have a very important duty right now, and we can't bury our heads in the sand. We can't pretend like things aren't happening. Okay? Looking so, wait, what? So, you like the flip that doesn't match the front? How did I stop the psychic attacks? I I was actually panicking. It was the scariest thing. It really was. I was like, how that little fool, like, I know he's not powerful, so how the heck did he get in here? Like, what? Little creepy little, like, you better exit. All right. But I jumped up, and in that moment I was grabbing at my throat, and because it felt so real. It was like I was having to claw his hands off my throat. And I said, Michael, help. And he dissolved like this. And after that, again, he was still trying to play it, and saying, I'm so sorry, I have to say I had to block this person who goes by Angel Souls, and all of that. But the more he did that, as I said before, the more attention I got on my channel. And what's funnier is that they weren't just coming for views. It wasn't like, who's he talking about? Let's go check her out. They were subscribing and liking my videos and stuff, which, that's what you get. That's what you get. So, yeah. You guys like that story? But yeah, the reason why I'm bringing this forward is, number one, nobody ever talks about this stuff, and it's BS. It's so fake, and I can't. Okay, I'm not built for fake, not at all. So it's time to start calling it out. Or the people who are just, actually, I find there's some, like, if this is your real personality, like, oh gosh, I don't remember what her name is. Oh, I'm so sorry. Her channel, she does the charms. Do you guys know her? Charmed Intuition Tarot or something like that? She's amazing. She doesn't need me pumping her up. Her channel is like super successful. But you can tell, at least my impression of her is that she's just like a real sweet person. She's just like, she's a genuinely sweet person. However, there are some other YouTubers out there, not her. Oh, my hand. Can you talk about this? What does it mean when the mug literally broke from my hand? Okay, let me come back to that in a second. That is something. I'll come back to that. But there are some YouTubers out there who actually have been down on me for speaking up about things. And their channels are so like, hello, I'm so-and-so. Welcome to my channel. I just love all of you. And you're just, like, who's she? Okay? Who she? That's what I want to know. Okay? But I don't, some of it's just really put on, and I really want you guys to start, nail it, guys. Like, start saying what it is. Oh my God. You guys, there's some of them out there that are pretty popular. I have met a lot. I have no YouTuber friends, by the way. None. Wait. Oh, now that I said that, did I just offend somebody? Oh, wait. Lisa Beachy, like, she does the meditations. I don't know what she's doing these days, but I always love her meditations. They're really great. And she's always been that one that comes forward and is like, hey, Michelle, she turned me on to Gumroad. She's the one who was like, hey, you need to get a form going on your website. She gives me so many great tips. So she's really cool. But you would think that, like, and it cracks me because people will leave comments and be like, hey, are you friends with so-and-so? I'm like, nobody talks to me. Okay. If anything, I think I get gossiped about quite a bit because people are always coming and going, she doesn't like you. I'm like, shut up. Like, that's not nice. So the mug breaking in the hand. Because they're showing me something was coming out of here. Okay, now don't you go around going wizard, like, like trying to shoot it out. There was I feel like there was an entity. I sound like really crazy right now, but it feels like there was an entity, like an electrical being. That's what I want to say. That's like around you somewhere, and it hit with your energy. And I bet it happens with other things. If your light bulbs blow or something like that, let's just close the borders a little bit around your energy, okay? That's the big news right now. Everyone's closing their borders. Like, take care of you, okay? If that makes sense. I don't know if that resonates, but it just felt like a surge of energy, and it was like a being, like an electrical being, and then a surge of energy out of you. So, yeah, things do attach to people. Yeah. Flicker around you all the time. Yeah, it's electrical disturbances. At this time, though, you might want to just kind of keep your energy, not closed off, but, keep your energy to you. Making pancakes while you talk. Wish you were here. I wish, too. Well, shoot. Uranus square type energy. Oh, is that you're talking about the electrical kind of thing? I think. I don't know. Again, I think I some of the conversation. I think my battery is about to go. So here's what we can do. I will have to unplug this mic that I'm using and try to plug in my phone. And we can keep going. Or if you guys have had it, we can end it here, but you guys let me know. What do you feel like? What do you feel like? What do you feel like? Let me know. Flash, watch, play. I had a big white flash, watch the playback. Where was it? A blue or a purple blue aura around you. Thank you. That's good, right? I think it is. Ah, said close the energy. Ah, this is so ridiculous. Like, it doesn't give you a chance to read the thing before it just like poofs off. I'm totally, I'm not going anywhere. I might need a snack. I don't have snacks here. Let me see what I have. Are you guys cool? Like, just looking at my studio behind me here for a second. Let me go get my cord. Entertain one another for a moment. I'll be right back. Oops. Okay, do I have a healthy snack? I don't think I do. Dang. Okay, well, I have healthy snacks, but it's going to be ridiculous to eat those on camera, so cookies it is. This is what we're eating. Sorry. Oh my God, I didn't realize it was like really about to give out. And then I was like, well, how the heck do I get back? Okay, can you hear me? Because I had to unplug my regular mic. Everyone good? Can everyone hear me? Okay. It's probably not as good because again, the mic is out, but so anyway. Sorry about that. You guys are real troopers. I lost half the viewers to that, but I don't blame them. But this is what I'm eating here, okay? Which is not what I want, but it's what I have snacky wise without like completely going off and making soup or something like that. Oh, y'all, that was hard. What is happening here with my phone? Why is it doing that? Oh dear. And all kind of things are happening over here. Okay. But the other, you having sunflower seeds. That's good. All right. What time is it? Oh my God. We have been on here for forever. How's my day going? My day was, can I do a confessional with y'all? Is it gross if I eat in front of you? You give me nasty, like feel like this is nasty. I had a podcast to do. And my confession is that I get super, like, I don't know, like social anxiety type thing when I have to do those things. Once I'm in it, I'm good. It's just getting up to it. It's like, do I know everything? Am I going to do this okay? Am I going to say what I need to say? And I think it went okay. It seemed good. My phone keeps going dark. Is that supposed to happen? Yeah, it's the anticipation, and in this case, I had never worked with these people before. The interviewer, she was a delight, absolutely a delight. But yeah, I was like, I didn't even know if it was live or not. For some reason, I was thinking it was going to be live. I think I'm just in YouTuber mindset that usually when you collab with somebody, it's a live chat. But no, it's pre-recorded. It's going to be posted. I think I can say it. Maybe I can say it. You guys want me to say it? Say yes. Say yes. Say yes if you want me to say it. I think it's okay. They haven't posted it yet, but they're getting to it. It was with numerologist.com. So that's a huge website. I am such a huge fan of theirs. It was crazy that they even reached out to me. And and wanted me to do this. What time is it where I am? 6:50 p.m. Yeah, so that's a big deal. They are a very big deal. Rose is the one who did, that was me clicking a pen, sorry. Rose did the interview, and she could not have been lovelier. And I'm always afraid too that like my anxiety for the thing, is it going dark on you guys or is it just on me? That shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, I'm always afraid because we're all sensitive people that my anxiety about doing it is going to rub off on them. But again, once we get started, I'm in. I'm good. Afterwards, I'm elated that I did it. Like, yay, you know. Know lots of good people now. So, all right. So we're going to continue on here. These are tough times. These are tough times. And why not sit and hang out with one another and connect? I think probably when you, oh yeah, you charge your phone, it goes dark. Son of a, you're right. That's what it is. Yeah. All right, we'll do our best here. Wow, just sitting here a little bit. You guys almost donated $100. That is, thank you. That is so kind. Again, I know most people are out of work right now. That is amazing. So I really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I really, really do. Scotland. Can I put out a little call to Scotland? Okay. Listen, this could have very much have been because I've been watching Outlander. But I was like, if I had a husband, I want him to be like that dude in Outlander. Where do I get one of those? I want one of those. He has to be okay with my British, Irish, and some other stuff, ancestry, and being full-blown American. Oh, yeah. Isn't he hot? He is so hot. And that, well, what my ear perceives as an accent is like, does me in. Maria, thank you so much. You are so sweet. Thank you again for the $19.99. You are so generous. God bless you. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. $116. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep tapping my phone here to keep it awake. Worldwide audience, yes indeed, and that is what is so incredible. So right here, right now, me, you, there are people all over the, I even said the United States, people all over the world that are connecting right here, right now. How cool is that, right? That's good stuff. Megan Marie. Yeah, can you imagine? I don't know, but I don't look like the woman. I don't know actors' names. That's terrible. I just never do. But, yeah, the woman who plays opposite of him, she's just gorgeous. Just amazing. I look at women like that, I'm like for real, what is it like to move and nothing jiggles on your body? Like, what, how is that? How is it to look down and your thighs are not waving? Okay, like, cool. All right, off the charts. Yeah, probably. Oh, God. I don't remember. You don't remember what it's like to look down. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love when you guys say jumper. Jumper, that's a sweater, right? Yeah, jumper here, it usually means like two pieces. Like it's one outfit, top and bottom, but like with pants. Hi from Australia. Thank you. Zeta says. Yeah. Men like curves. That's what they say. I get, you know what it is? I'm lazy. I mean, somebody's going to have to deliver me this Scottish man and just bring him to my doorstep. You know, use Lysol on him, use a disinfecting wipe, wipe him down, and then just drop him off for me. And I'm going to have to let him sit at my front door for 4 days just to make sure he doesn't got the Rona. Okay. You know, the times that we live in, right? Oh, good Lord. Anyway. Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry, my phone. I was like, oh, I should probably, why does my hair look like, okay, my hair, it really isn't two-tone. You see that? I mean, it looks like it's cool ombre, but it's not. Yeah, so my phone, I was like, I should probably charge that. It seems like it's low. And then while I was charging, it was just like, it's like, no. Mel, thank you so much. Look at this cute little peach. Her pear. I know my fruit, I swear to God. Thank you so much for the $10. Bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So I'm here with y'all. So what do we want to do? What do we want to talk about? Can we talk about hot Scottish men? Because now I'm on that. I think it looks bright because of the bright shirt. Oh man, I got cookie crumbs all. Speaking of bright shirt. Yeah, I'm still here, Marina. My phone died. I have not mastered how to go live on my actual nice desktop so that I don't have to. It's brand new as of January. And there's some encoder with a freaky logo that I don't love that you're supposed to put in there. And it doesn't talk to one another. I don't know. It's probably like one little thing that I'm forgetting to do. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming back. That was nice of you. So what was it? It was just like darkness for a while, like just spinning, like oh my. Does Michael have a message for us? You're gonna be fine. That came through fast. You're all gonna be fine. These are troubled times, but beautiful times. And who you become out of this is who you actually are meant to be. Yeah. My Sharona. I know. Oh, so funny. So yeah, so I meant, well, you guys remember when I did the meditation? Because I did a poll, and well, it wasn't a poll, I just put a comment out, and I asked if you were diagnosed with this, what can I do to help you? And all of that. And some people said that they wanted a meditation. So I did it, and I was going to monetize it and donate the money from it. And because it is about what it's about, very limited ads on it. So I'll wait until I get to the end of April 30th. They send the check through like on the 21st or whatever. But whatever I get from that is probably not going to be much. So I'll make sure that I add to it or whatever. Okay. So we'll make sure we do that. Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, okay. So who you were always meant to be, that's who you're becoming right now. Sorry, my little thing fell down. My little thing. Are twin flames real? I mean, that depends on who you talk to. My whole thing with twin flames, whenever I heard that, first of all, when I heard of twin flames, it was from people who, Shelter, thank you. Look this is a flying pair. It takes so little to make me happy. Thank you for the $10. I really, really appreciate that, guys. Oh, really do. You guys are so sweet and generous. Bye. Thank you for being here. So anyway, when any advice for empaths right now. So we'll get to that one. The twin flame thing, and if I forget, remind me. The first time I heard about that was from people who were super egotistical about their spirituality. And so when I was like, twin flames, and my immediate reaction was, that is not for public consumption. Thank you, Vampire Fox 2, for the 777, baby. Thank you. And so I think maybe, I don't know, I think we all have very different paths. I think my biggest thing with it is what people do with it. I don't love what people do with it. And also I have some other issues with it, just because like our souls are probably experiencing so many different things. How is it just split in two? It raised some questions for me. And I saw people getting very desperate with it, using it as an excuse to stalk people. And then all of a sudden there was this next level explanation of, oh, now you have a runner. And for me, I was just kind of like, I don't even know. Like, I think if it were what it's supposed to be, that people wouldn't get defensive about it and they wouldn't get so angry about it. So the idea, well, I don't know, I'm gonna put this super simplistically, but like a soul that splits and incarnates into two separate bodies and they got to reunite kind of thing. Anyway, people try to make it like the greatest love story ever. And the greatest love story ever is really, it's coming. It's going to be my Scottish guy that comes to me, and he looks like that dude from Outlander. Okay? I'll let you know when that happens. Okay? All right. So, about advice for empaths. Don't allow yourselves to get overtaxed. I know a lot of us are feeling the sadness of the entire world. I'm just laughing at the comments over here. We're feeling the sadness of the entire world, and so we're getting overwhelmed and all of that. So the best advice is that trust other people's souls. Trust other people's souls, because remember, when we see somebody who's struggling and we just want to take their pain away and we just want to make them feel loved and all of that, don't forget that they have a mechanism within themselves to be able to handle their experiences or to learn from them. Okay, and that's it. You know, a lot of times we think, oh, what will they do if, you know, if I'm not there to help them? And that's not honoring what their soul is capable of doing, if that makes sense. Okay. Oh, what are we talking about? My dog is my twin flame. Yes. Aw. Actually, can I tell you guys about a dog named Cowboy? I met him the other day. I don't know what kind of dog he was. He was black and white. He looked like a shepherd mix or something. Walked right up to me, sat down in front of me, like on my feet, pressed his little body into mine, and just sat there. And just like he wasn't going anywhere. He found his new owner, and that was it. I'm kidding. The owner was just on the hiking trail, but oh my God, that dog like stole my heart. Seriously, stole my heart. I missed all those comments. This just says Queen of M. ... Thank you for the 19.99. I'm sorry, it doesn't show me more. And someone's gonna come back and be like, Michelle, you do not know how to do this. And I admit, I do not. But thank you for your generosity. You were so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wonder if I can let you guys okay with me experimenting. Let me see if I can click on it. So there's Maria. Or yeah, Maria. There it is. Queen of my domain. Oh, that was worth finding and opening. And I got a little pair, and he's got his little Let's Get Physical headband on, and he's just doing his thing. I love it. Cool. All right. So keep your, you guys see the sun going down behind me? Can you see that? Is everyone's frequency raising? Not exactly. Some people are still in that state where, you know, they experience all the pain that can come with being human, and they've learned to cope with it in their way, whether that's being narcissistic or trying to be toxic and pulling people down or whatever it is. They're just always trying to like knock at somebody else so that they feel powerful. They're still going to be in their breaking open phase. So that's going to be going on for a while. 2024, some people are still going to be in that up until that time. But the ones that have already been working on it, we're doing it, or we're getting it up there. It does not make us better than anybody else. That's the beautiful thing. There's going to be this pressure that gets taken off of us to try to prove ourselves. Everybody just is. Everybody just is beautiful, and we're all equal. And we see when we are reflecting back from we see ourselves in another person and vice versa, it's not going to be one of these things of like, oh, I don't like what I see, I'm going to attack. It's going to now be more like, there you are. Hey, friend. And it may not even need words. Okay? Phone keeps going dark because she's charged up. Life is a humbling experience, that's for sure. All right. So what else are we talking about, y'all? I can't believe you guys are so sweet hanging out with me here. Can we be friends with narcissists if we see the light in them? It's a tricky thing at this point of our lives. Right? Not so many people, I think, the same as me. 30-minute naps helps heal the body to heal when you're sick anyways, when the immune system gets run down. And then there's some other conversations, but I think I missed part of it. So, so there's that. Doing the same thing, just hanging out. Yeah. You know, I mean, usually, where's my, oh, my little book is over there. I have this little book, and every night I sit there and I go, okay, tomorrow here's the structure. So from this time to this time, I'm going to do personal readings. From this time to this time, I'm going to work out. From this time to this time, I'm going to work on the apartment. Or do some video editing or something. Oh, I have the weekly ready to go. And I want to get that posted, I think. Yeah, I was going to post it early, but what is it, Friday? Thank you guys, you're so sweet. Is it Friday already? May as well just wait until tomorrow. But it did feel kind of like, I mean, I'm going to warn you guys, it does feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better, but don't be surprised. It's just going to be how things are kind of playing out, you know what I mean? The feed looks really wonky. Does it? Does it for everybody, or? No contact is the way for me. Yeah, that's what a lot of psychologists recommend, is that you go no contact. But if you love somebody, I mean, I'm no expert on this. Um, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to distance yourself. Guys, I'm sorry. I just missed all of those comments. Um, it's a little blurry. Is it for everybody? Let me see here. Staticky. Oh God, I don't know what to do about it. Because it looks fine here, but I don't. Pixelated. They're trying to shut me up. Here, let me get on my. Just kidding. So just kidding. Let me get on to my desktop here. Let me see what it looks like and see. You now have more influence on how your videos are monetized. Answer a few questions during your next upload to help us make better monetization decisions. Very, very interesting. That's what they put on our little thingy.
The great enemy of writing.
That would be my desktop. Okay, let's mute that and play it again. I can't see. I'm gonna skip the ads. Oh my God, it is terrible. Oh no, y'all. Oh no. I have no idea why it's doing that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yikes. This is really bad. Oh no. Look at me. I'm like, because on my phone it's crystal clear. And all I see is myself in the video behind it. It's like lagging behind and like confused. This is so bad. Can you hear me though still? I don't think it's that important to see my big face. That is bizarre. And okay, so you can hear me. I could try something, but I'm afraid of losing y'all. I could try to exit out and go back in. Do you want me to do that? I'm afraid to do that though. Hey, there's an easier way for me. Hey! Oh my God! Hold up. Let me move this little camera here. See, I can see your little comments over here. That was stupid of me. I should have done this better before. Yeah, let me just stay. I'm sorry the video's not good, guys. Sorry about that. I wonder. Okay, so I stopped when you walked. What? Yeah, it stopped because my phone went dead. It doesn't help for us to change settings. Yeah, it's on my end. So I think I would have to X out of it and try to come back in. Again, I'm nervous to do that because I might lose y'all. That is so weird. Yeah, I can see it over here. I have it on my desktop right now. Let me see. Let me play again. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's so bizarre. Well, anyway. It just means no cookies. Yeah, so we can still keep chatting. I mean, again, if you guys are watching this at a later date or something, sorry about that. Archangel Michael, yes, please keep the channel clear. All right. So I'm going to be looking over here because I got my monitor back here, and now you sound like a fan is on. Really? Okay. Well, that happens with live feeds sometimes, I guess. So let me just fix this. Oh, you think it's a low battery? You think that maybe that's what it is? You're going to be getting throttled now. Can we talk about the internet? I was actually really afraid because my whole business is internet based. Now the sound is being wonky, guys. Do you think I should close out and like try to come back in? Let me try it. If I lose you guys, I'm so sorry. Let me just try it. Okay, hold on here. Oh, nope, it's going to make me stop streaming. Is that right? Sure. That's weird. I just tried it and it was going to make me end the entire stream. So I sound weird. I look weird. Okay. Again, I apologize. It's bad quality. What's in chat? My chat was coming across like someone saying and vice versa. It was weird. I think it'll have to go right over to another video though. Is that what you want? I'm like looking over here, asking you a question, then looking back over here. Sound is very soothing. It sounds like crashing waves. Why does it do that? That's so bizarre. I mean, I would play it behind me with the sound on, but then it's gonna be all like weird and crazy. Like being watched. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. That would not. Yeah, it's not streaming very efficiently here, it seems. But what's weird is when I came back, I plugged in the phone and the battery was low then and nobody was saying that it was looking like that. So it seems to be just like right now. I can go check my internet. Although again, right here, it looks like it's fine. White noise. I can't even see because I want to chat. So you're over the chat thing anyway, is that what you mean? Okay. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I feel like on Facebook, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like on Facebook, I don't usually have as many problems. That's why I don't do YouTube Live very often. There's always some wacky thing. And then some of the readers out there who do live streams for all of their readings, every single video, it's always like, oh, I can't hear you, or oh, something's going on. So, all right, so I'm just looking over here at your comments, scrolling up and down. Yeah, my phone is plugged in now, but it should have been charging this whole time. So, I don't think I've ever done Instagram Live. Now that I think about it, I don't think I ever have. Yeah, I do Facebook, but not often, I'll be honest. It's not my favorite. Literally, it's become just like a bloodbath sometimes over there. People just use it to fight. And I mean, even when, like, me posting something, either people just completely ignore what I posted, and they do that on here too. They don't ignore the videos, but they'll ignore when I just post something as an update. Like, I'll get very few people responding to it. It's really weird. Yeah, Facebook is a little toxic, I'll be honest with you. All right. Michael is so damn gorgeously sassy. It's awesome. All right. I'm just gonna see whatever comment. Yeah, it was under 10%. It was the thingy was, the battery was. I'm just intuitive with tech. Nice. You think it's the charger? What do we do? I actually made sure that the thing was charged before I started here. I think just, running a live stream is draining. Yeah. Clean what with vinegar? White vinegar. I know. Luna, isn't that crazy? That is so, so crazy. Actually, I'm going to have to go back after this is done. I did end up slipping up and saying it on the live feed here. I'm going to see if I can't silence that part of it because they'll demonetize me. And that is the only way we're making our money right now. Like, it's how we will pay our rent. P.S. I would like to see a rent freeze here in the U.S. I mean, that's the least they can do. They're giving people breaks on mortgages, but not if you pay rent. So the landlords get all that much more. No. YouTube is getting weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting very weird. Yeah. Sounds like this in my car when I charge. So it's probably because I'm charging. Should we try a little experiment? I can unplug my phone for a second because it charged enough. So let's see. You see my hand up here. Hold on. Did that do anything? Let me see here. Go back over and see if that helps. I can maybe go over my own. Maybe it was your warning. It has always been weird. Aw, tell your son it's okay. It's gonna be alright. Alright. Sweet dreams, sweet strong woman. Did that do anything? I unplugged my phone. No visual improvement. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it still needs to charge. Curious. Okay, now why isn't this working? Okay, now the stinking charger won't go back. All right. Yeah, that's very true. To censor us, it's stupid. Yeah. Oh, well, at first they were saying, oh, because of this thing, um, we might be removing some of your content, even if it doesn't violate our community rules. What? Like what? Oh, well, we don't have the human beings to look at this and to, decide. I don't know. It's one of those things. We'll find an alternative maybe one day, but so I'm looking at my monitor back here. There is a severe lag. A severe lag. This is like, mine's like 3 minutes behind what I'm doing right now. Is it just a pain to start a new live vid? Is it that big a deal to you guys? I mean, I could try to do that, but I can't guarantee that it'll be any better. You know what I mean? Oh, good. You love the readings. I love that. Google's biggest stockholder is owned by YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Um I don't know that the quality is going to be any better if I start again. That's the thing. If I charge up, it's going to be like an hour from now. We could do that. Let me go off and get some dinner. Make something, and then I'll let my phone charge, and we'll try it again. If I don't get back on, it's just because like I got something happened. I don't know, nothing dangerous, but like, is that good? You and your sister and nephew doing in Ohio? They are very, very healthy, doing okay so far. My little bubs. He keeps sending me these cute little videos. Actually, he has a bunch of them that he sent here too. So, I need some closure. It breaks my heart to see him like that. Luna, honey, remember to, yes, there are unpleasant things that people experience, that we all experience, but have faith in his soul to know how to get through this. Okay? Yeah, because it's something that like maybe you can't imagine right now, but that soul is having that experience, and so it's valuable. It's teaching him something, and he will be able to handle it. Remember, so for example, some people go, "Oh my God, how awful! You stay at home and work for yourself all day. That's got to be so boring." But for me, I'm used to it, and that's the kind of experience that I am more comfortable with than going to an office, right? So sometimes it's like I can't imagine being in that situation, but he'll handle it. Okay. So again, I'm sorry I wasn't watching the comments. How about I go grab some dinner and try to hop on in a little bit after this charges? Are you guys good with that? If you're around, if you're still awake, some of you, I know it's the middle of the night. So, all right, guys. So I'm going to end this feed. I will try to catch you later. All right. Cool. And hopefully that one will only be a few minutes, because this has been 142 minutes. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.